Hello students, today we are going to study the very first chapter, that is tissues. Last year you have studied about cells. You have also studied that all living being, whether it is plant or animal, they all are made up of cells. Some of them are made up of single cell and are known as unicellular organisms, and other are made up of many cells and are known as multicellular organisms. In the beginning of the life, living organisms appeared on earth as unicellular organisms. They were able to perform all the functions necessary for life with the help of that single cell only. Even today, millions of such acellular organisms or unicellular organisms are present, like amoeba, paramecium, chlamydomonas, etc. They can perform all the activities of life but without much efficiency. Moreover, such organisms cannot perform different activities simultaneously. To attain more efficiency and perform such activities, multicellular organisms came into existence. In multicellular organisms, various functions were assigned to different groups of cells, which is known as tissues, organs, and organ systems. Thus, the body of multicellular organisms have label of organization. Now, what is label of organization? In your book, page 2, it is clearly given that in an organisms, the cells are organized into tissues, tissues into organs, and organs into organ systems. An organism contains various organ systems working together in coordination. Now, cells make tissues, tissues make organs, organ make organ system, and all together they make organisms. Now, what is tissue? So, the definition of tissue, it is group of similar cells having same origin and perform a specific function. So once again, it is a group of similar cells having same origin and perform a specific function. These tissues are present in all multicellular organisms, whether it is plant or animal. So the tissue which is present in plant is known as plant tissues. So we will first discuss about plant tissue. In higher plants, the cells and tissues differ very much in their kind, form, and origin. Based upon the capacity to divide, the plant tissues have been classified into two types: meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Meristematic tissues are made up of actively dividing cells, whereas permanent tissues are composed of cells which have lost the ability to divide. Now, what are the characteristics, functions, and location of meristematic tissue? These things are clearly given in your book, like characteristics of meristematic tissue. It is composed of actively dividing cells. Next is the cells are small and thin walled, and the cells are closely packed without intercellular spaces, and in cells the nucleus is large and prominent. Vacuoles are absent or very small. So these are the characteristics of meristematic tissues. Now function. This tissue is responsible for growth of plant, like increase in height and thickness of plant. Now location. They are present in all growing parts. Based on location, meristematic tissue is divided into apical meristematic tissue and lateral meristematic tissue. Apical meristematic tissue is present at the tips of roots, stems, and branches which grow in height, whereas lateral meristematic tissue is present beneath the bark of trees where the plant grows in thickness. So till now we have discussed about unicellular organism, multicellular organisms, label of organization in multicellular organism, definition of tissue, and types of plant tissue, in which we have studied about meristematic tissue. Next is permanent tissue that we will discuss later. Thank you, students. Stay healthy, stay safe, and stay at home. Thank you.